Weirdo. Disrespectful woman throws a drink in a man's face and then tries to run for help. After she's the one who threw the drink. Imagine that.
Okay, Julie, this is for you. And this is to prove that this trick with the eggs really does work.
All right.
So I popped one in, mashed the end on this. Ta-da!
You should see what else she can do.
Grandpa saw her going to work and said, "Don't tempt me with a good time." So I went to the comment section to actually check this out, and the person who was actually involved in the situation actually chimed in. But first, check this out from a different angle.
Assault, threw a drink and glass at me, cussed us, face racism.
Keep it down, okay? Shut up. And they drop our drink too. Sir, look at her. Yeah, I got her. Why are you recording? Because you're a little bitch. Can you get this out of the way? No. Let's go. No. Celia, fat. Celia, I'm telling you, I'm not fighting that. They drop our law. Fighting me?
And they said, "We had a reservation and they just sat beside us. We told them this area is reserved and our people are coming. And she started all this shit." And a comment
Because
says,
of reservation, because of space, because they reserved the place. I thought he cheated on her and she has 2 kids with him and like I what the hell, guys?
"You, my good sir, deserve a medal. The amount of composure you had in order to not knock her out, that was pretty mature of you." Another commenter says, "It's the throwing the drink and immediately running away from me." And yeah, there's a lot of men out there who will think twice about putting their hands on a woman even after they did something to them, all based on perception. But then again, these women are playing Russian roulette and are just lucky that they didn't run into a guy who doesn't give a damn about any of that and would have had no problem giving those women the Dusty Rhodes special.
I put you to sleep. You know what I mean? I put the deep sleep on you, baby. The big sleep.
My tires split, and I'm around all these cars, and all these men act like they don't have no time. It's this nice man. Y'all can see him walking, because he walking back to get his jack. He is the only man that actually tried to stop and help me with my tire. All of you men that saw me, y'all are a bunch of bitches, because if I was just standing outside, y'all would try to holler at me. But you see me with my tire flat, and you can't do anything? Ew, little bitty boys.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you something. We don't care. No! Don't touch my straw.
I touched the straw.
And what we have here,
Why would you
is a
do
case
that, man?
of
It's not
entitled
open.
miscreants disrespecting this hard-working man
Yeah.
and his food truck. And because they're hungry and they're ready to eat, you have to operate on their time. Let's just completely ignore the fact that the truck is not ready to open for business. And lucky for them, all they got was a simple smack on the hand telling them to stay away.
Yeah.
Because where's a water hose to keep the vermin away when you need one? And I'm sure once they're done disrespecting this man's business, these will be the same kind of women who sit there and be complaining about how they're oppressed and about the patriarchy and about how things are just not so fair and equal rights, equal pay. When in reality, these are the exact kind of women who get to walk around with more
You
privilege
see how,
than most get to enjoy.
How drunk she
If I'm
is.
lying, I'm dying.
The only time a man is as attractive as attractive woman is when he's successful and is publicly noted, because this means he's packaged. And then she sees her life the way it would be. If she knows herself enough, she would know what's sufficient and what's not. Right?
And real quick, you guys tell me if you noticed this also, but I really can appreciate at least how he's carrying himself in the public eye, how 50 has kind of matured as he's gone.
He did.
through the
He
years,
definitely
from
did.
his rapping days where he was strictly rapping to stepping into this space where he's more of a businessman, entrepreneur, mogul, whatever you want to call it.
I like
You
50
can
Cent.
definitely notice how he's matured throughout the years. And
Yeah.
that's a great thing to see because too often you see rappers.
Although
who
he's a
kind of
bit
stay in
gained
that
weight,
one
I
place
hope
where
his
they still
health
wanna
is
still kinda
fine.
Act like they're that 25-year-old version of themselves. and hanging on to those days instead of growing as they get older.
I mean, this
But the
is
reality is
something that is a mental issue that happens with if celebrities become famous at a young age. Even when they grow up, they behave at a certain age. For example, Britney Spears, she stayed kind of mentally in that age. Other celebrities as well, I don't know, but like I heard about these cases, and apparently it happens because once they mature into that like into that celebrity status, they always portray the same because they think that is what got them there and that's what people like to see, and they don't develop further from that, and they just get stuck in time.
women will convince themselves that they are
The kid
more
from Home
attractive to a
Alone as
man
well?
based
Yeah.
on what he can provide.
Crazy.
For her. A dude can start off as a 1, but as soon as they see that bank account, he can jump to a 7 or 8.
I asked my homeboys, why aren't we together? And this was their response.
Weren't you just with my homeboy? Because I got a girlfriend? Because you are... Oh? Ew!
She belongs to the streets.
For a woman who's 25, on average, what do you think her body count would be?
Anywhere between 18 and 30.
You're a damaged goods lady.
It don't matter, okay?
Sure.
Because as long as I put that pussy on you, you don't worry about another pussy, okay? You see me? That's all I gotta say, because once I put this pussy on you, the snap right back, and you don't care about the rest of them.
Get the French toast out of
So it don't matter how much man you put the pussy on?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're grown. We're on this earth to reproduce.
So that not going to stop your ability to make meaningful connections?
I mean, it may, for you, no offense, it may...
For you.
It may
For you.
affect you.
No, for you.
But for me, no.
For you.
What's the body count for a male at 25? Yes, sweetheart.
On average,
Yes, sweetheart. That's a good
1 in 3 men hasn't had sex in a year or they're still a virgin, 18 to 25.
No, that's very misogynistic of you to say.
So, you're a victim.
Here we go. See
You are victim.
You said 18 to 25. I said 18 to 30. What's the difference?
No. An 18-year-old man to 25-year-old man.
I got you now.
They call her the cat lady.
And probably the most tragic part about what you just watched right there was that
She only heard what she wanted to hear.
Possess that kind of mentality where they think what they have between
What
their
in a
legs is
3
the
men didn't have sex for a whole year or are still a virgin? Bro, I didn't know that.
best thing since sliced bread, and that no other woman can quite put it down like they can. But the sad reality that she seems not to understand is that what she's offering is pretty much the base package model. And when
I feel
you
like women
turn to
think
brag
that
about
men, because like they always say men have the need, I feel like they're either pleasing themselves always or even going and buying it, or they're in a relationship, or they just go out and just randomly have hookups. And I have a feeling like you're one of those guys. But like, to have like 1 out of 3, okay.
the most about, pretty much every other woman can talk about they have it also to offer. How special is it really? Because sure, she might be able to put it down on a dude and let him decimate, dismantle, and destroy her guts.
Stop
But beyond
saying that.
What real value
Charles,
are you looking to offer?
I will contact you and I will tell you to stop saying that every time, Charles. You say so many good things, but why do you have to dismantle? Why do you have to destroy? Please phrase it in a different way, man. I watch this every time you say it, when you see a video of a guy hitting his pee-pee and then if you're a guy, you feel the pain. Every time you talk about destroy and dismantle, it hurts me, man. Like, I don't want to feel this pain. Just stop, okay?
To the fellas, stop dating women you cannot afford.
I've said it once, I've said it before. Modern feminism has literally made a 360-degree turn all the way back into women being property and you being able to buy them. Good job.
Hey, he said it, not me. But when you think about it, he kind of got a point.
I'm not accepting the fact that you got Trevor and Lawrence over there waiting for me to fuck up. I'm sorry, Queen. No.
Trevor and Lawrence married.
And they got their own. What if they marry? And they got
They
lives.
need to
And
be
you
in
know
tune
they
with their
wives.
wife to get around my girl. If they got their wife, they got someone they need to be in tune with, then figure that out with them.
like-
That's not your brother. I don't want to hear about none of this bro shit, none of this friend shit. All that is dead. When
I don't understand. Is it really like a big problem to have male friends in a marriage? I have male friends, and I don't think I will ever get rid of my male friends.
we lock in and we get in a committed relationship, all from the sandbox got to go. That's just what it is.
Hell yeah, you're dealing with a real man
You didn't know.
that protects and provides.
Talk to
Okay,
me.
you feel what I'm saying? I'm 100-0 when it comes to my protection and provisions. I handle my man. Now you gonna handle your woman, which is that peace and that pleasure. So when I get to protecting and providing, you're not gonna need that male friend anymore. And if you need somebody to confide in, you confide in me, and we'll talk and we'll work out whatever.
Honey,
it is that we need to work
male
out.
or female friends, people need friends. All right, you can't just have a partner who is a friend and a husband and a father and everything in your life. That is wrong. That is wrong. Of course, that person can be all of these things, but should not be the sole person in your life. You should still have other friends. That is, if you want to be a normal human being and have a normal life, mentally be happy, you know?
But you're
Fulfilled.
not gonna need that outside influence of what's going on inside this house that I'm paying these damn bills at.
Okay, that I understand. Like, don't bring someone else into your own shit, of course. But a friendship is like, what do you mean, man? You know how many times friends can advise other, like, if they really care about you and they are really good friends, they can advise you and make it easier and helpful. As a sister, as a brother, also a friend can be really nice there to have and count on. Does he think every friend, especially a male friend, is like gonna be against the husband or whatever and then talk shit about a husband just to be with his woman or something? Like, no.
Because if you need outside influence and outside advice, then you need to get some outside money to pay for these bills inside this house.
Oh no, I don't agree with this at all. At all. Why do people go to psychologists? Why there is like couple therapy? If he says that everything should be inside the house and you should not seek for help or advice from anyone around you or should not open up, it means that he wants to control the situation, and he literally wants to control everything, and he doesn't want anyone out there to say anything because he knows he's in the wrong, and he knows that if this person asks for advice, she's gonna leave him. That's a control freak. That is not healthy. That is not healthy behavior. If you know that you didn't do anything wrong, you would not have anything against your woman going and asking for advice, saying exactly what she has to say without, of course, shitting or lying, you know? And then you will be like, oh yeah, go tell them and let's see. Let's see, because I know I didn't do anything wrong. You know, once you know that you did do something wrong, then you are afraid of other people's advice and influence.
I'm not putting up with it.
I mean,
A lot of times we let people into our relationships, which I don't know why. Because you'll go tell your friend about what happens in our relationship, right? Say we get into it or something, and you go tell your homeboy, you're going to forgive me eventually. He ain't. Right. So now he got all this vindictiveness because we got into it and you left out
that is true. But see, he was about to say you left out a part. Like, that is true, because if you're smart and if you have a friend who says stuff like that, you always have to know that it's just a one-sided story. You have to listen to both sides before you actually can come up with a conclusion.
part where you hit me upside the head with the iron or whatever. You feel what I'm saying?
That wasn't his business.
Right? You left that part out. Now these people have a problem with me, and they're not going to be so forgiving as you are. Me and you going to get back together tomorrow.
Yeah.
So why the hell are we putting other people in our business?
I get it.
This we need to handle this.
I get it.
You ain't helping us pay our bills.
Listen, one of the biggest mistakes anybody can make when it comes to a relationship is telling everybody else your business.
That's true.
Because then everybody's gonna have an opinion on what you should be doing with your relationship and how to solve your problems. And really, it's none of their business. And this is why it's just so important that you make sure you communicate where you stand and what you feel and the boundaries that you want to set for a relationship when it comes to these sort of things.
Never
Because
go
then if you
angry and complain about your man or woman to someone else. If you want to ask for an advice, just know that you are already settled with your partner. Everything is fine, but you still you want to hear a bit of ideas or advice or something, and never really talk about like the things you said between each other, the swears, the cusses, or whatever action was there. Like, you should not say that, because you will forgive and forget, but people around will never. And they will have an opinion forever about that person.
wants to go and talk to her guy friends about your problems, then she's blatantly disrespecting you. And if you choose to stick around, then hey, then you're choosing to deal with the consequences.
Why female superheroes suck. Number 1, perfection. Every single female superhero is perfect. And not in the same way
It's
Hawkeye
Mel
is. I mean,
too.
not everybody could be Hawkeye. What I mean is that they're good at everything for no reason. They're good people, they're good heroes. I mean, they might even be able to file your taxes. And that just makes them boring. Like, tell me one interesting thing about Captain Marvel besides her haircut and the fact that she's overpowered. Exactly, you can't. And it's not like she's overpowered in the same way Superman is. Superman still deals with day-to-day struggles like having a job, wanting to fit in, being gay. But Captain Marvel, everything in her
interesting.
life is fine and dandy. The only challenge she really had in her movie, if you can even call it that, was her mentor, and she literally one-shotted the dude. It's like Marvel's afraid of giving these women challenges, because the patriarchy is a big enough challenge already.
Listen, as somebody who has had a movie membership for like the past 2-3 years, because I just love watching a good movie, and superhero movies have always been a fan favorite of mine, I pretty much agree with what he's saying. It's like Marvel pretty much said, let's ignore everything that has worked for us and helped us build up this huge fan audience over the past decade.
I mean, I feel like She-Hulk, they did bring a lot of problems in She-Hulk, you know, that she had to deal with. She wasn't perfect, you know, but also they made it look like that none of those problems are her problems and she's perfect in a way that everything around her is not. And she has to deal with it, which makes her imperfect and makes her mad and crazy. And She-Hulk. So yeah, they did have some stories where like these women do have some problems and issues in their life. They need to find a job or get a job. I mean, probably this example is for an older movie. And also we have another problem where we don't have a lot of female superhero movies, you know. And the ones that we do have, they are usually out of this world. Like Captain Marvel or Wonder Woman. Like, these are now women who are from this world. And they are now women who do have a job on this world. Okay?
And do the opposite, where either they're trying to push some underlying political message or they're trying to brainwash you with their feminist talking points.
A relaxing day at the pool turns into a freezing moment of pure panic. A little boy walks through the open gate, lured by a colorful beach ball floating in the family pool. His dad is keeping a careful eye and calls out for little Rocco to be careful. Then, in an instant, the 18-month-old falls in. In a split second, his father turns into Superman. Look at him make a jaw-dropping dive over the 4-foot fence, straight into the pool, saving his little boy. Here it is again. Super Dad leaps over the 4-foot fence head first. The dad, Albert Pasavanti, who lives in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, says adrenaline kicked in and he suddenly possessed Superman strength to save his son.
And what you just saw right there was another why good dads will always matter moment. Anyway, guys, as always, questions, comments, and feedback, drop them down below in the comment section. Always
that was so nice. Reminds me of the story of the woman who by herself carried the car to help her kid. She got so much adrenaline and so much power that she was able to actually push a car. And it is a thing, man. It is a thing. It's so weird. I don't know the feeling. I'm not a mother, but I feel like, yeah, once something like that happens,
subscribe button for more content.
It just tells you how powerful we are. Yeah, adrenaline.
Until next time.
It's crazy. I like this video. That was fun.